I'm very new to the concept of listening to audiobooks. I find that I get very distracted when I'm listening to them. Often I'm trying to do something else, some other type of goal or task that needs to get done or that requires my attention. So in the course of a month, I've only managed to listen to about 2 hours of Chasm City, which is a great book. I just haven't devoted the time to it. Because of that, I find it nearly impossible to listen to audiobooks. When an audiobook can stretch from anywhere from 11 hours to 24 hours as an average length, it makes it very hard to fit all that in. I find that if I'm not devoting myself to the audiobook completely, I zone out, I tune out. There is nothing that I can hear, or I'll fall asleep if I'm listening to it later at night. Nicole from Nicole's Adventures in SFF has a wonderful solution to this. She will color in an adult coloring book while listening to audiobooks. Inspired by her and a few other booktubers who are doing the same, I thought this would be a good time to give it a try. At the same time, I was also contacted by a publisher, and they asked if I wanted a copy of this adult coloring book, Legendary Landscapes. It's a Canadian coloring book illustrated by Canadian authors, and it has a bunch of really pretty pictures inside. They've got tree people, and landscapes, and more landscapes, and some city streets, and is that Toronto? Cool. Haunted houses, rundown houses, elephants, there's a picture of floating whales in there somewhere. And my favorite, the big giant space landscape. This might be perfect to color with Chasm City. So thank you for sending me a copy of this book, and now I will get to try out 2 experiences at once, listening to audiobooks and coloring in adult coloring books. I'm hoping that it'll be enough of a distraction, but not too much of a distraction, to allow me to listen to more audiobooks in a shorter amount of time. So I have an audiobook on my phone, I have an adult coloring book, and I have some colors. It's time to go and try this out for a few nights.
So coloring in an adult coloring book was a great experience. I managed to increase the amount of listening time from 2 hours in a month to 10 hours in a week. I made great progress in the book, and it's a really good book. Chasm City by Alistair Reynolds. Wonderful. On the coloring front, I'm doing something that I haven't done since probably childhood. So it's fascinating to try to pick shades and do colors and put things on a page. And then at the same time, there's a ton of mistakes that I made. There's a general inexperience I have when it comes to coloring on a page and shading things and making things look nice and coordinating colors together. Plus, I'm using just a basic set of pencil crayons. The experience is somewhat meditative as you try to fill in all these little nooks and crannies, and your brain really gets focused on trying to fill it all in, and even just down to the smallest detail. And I love that the illustrators of these books put in all these little paths that you just need to go down in order to be able to color them. It's a niggly OCD kind of a detail, but it's not intrusive in any way. Like, it's meant to be that way, and that's really fun. And this is something I'm definitely going to do in the future, because there's just no way I'll be able to listen to audiobooks by themselves without me doing something. And I am very happy and very glad that this experience doesn't take away from my focus. It allows me to concentrate on the narrator, on the audiobook, and to be honest, the narrator of Chasm City is just amazing. His voice.
They had their own ground vehicle, a methane-driven tricycle with enormous balloon wheels. The superstructure of the vehicle was a mishmash of plastic and metal and bamboo.
Oh, his voice is so good. And the great thing too is that it takes a while to get an image down, and so you can spend quite a bit of time coloring. So this will last me for a while. I'm going to get a lot of audiobooks listened to, and hopefully increase my reading in the next year, as well as just having something really kind of calming and meditative to do. Most amazing about this experience was how relaxed I felt afterwards. I felt like I was accomplishing something. I felt that my stress levels were down, which was really nice. I can see why this is getting very popular, because having something like a coloring book to decompress with is an amazing thing to do at the end of the day. I'm going to have fun coloring in the future and learning better ways to maybe color pages and know what works with what. I enjoyed it immensely. Anyways, see you later.